Yo, what does? Welcome back to Reviews with Jake, where I just got done watching Godzilla vs. Kong. Insert cheesy ass joke here about the movie being about Godzilla fighting King Kong. Ooh, good one, pal. Yes, we all know exactly why we're here. The same reason we keep going back to these movies, despite the fact that all the plots seem to be dumpster fires. In fact, I really thought about re-watching 2014 Godzilla, Godzilla King of Monsters, Kong Skull Island, all the films leading up to this one to refresh myself on the plot, but honestly, who cares about the plot? No one, absolutely no one, and anyone who tells you anything differently is lying right to your face. Don't get me wrong, I wish that I did. I wish that I cared. In fact, that's my biggest gripe of every single one of the movies leading up to this one, is the fact that they just cannot figure out an interesting plot, especially involving the human characters. Do I think that they have an uphill battle to get us, the audience, to actually care about insignificant human creatures that we see every day when we really just want to see the massive titans on screen? Yeah, probably. It's a little bit of a handicapped battle, but still they keep trying in all these movies to get us to care about human characters when we don't. I wish they would just give us what we want and don't waste our time with anything else. It's like, seriously, just do it good, do it right, or just don't do it at all. Having a Godzilla movie that's over 2 hours long without Godzilla on screen for 3/4 of it is not a Godzilla movie. It's a humans that occasionally see Godzilla movie. But here we are, the 4th installment in this universe, and do I think that they learned their lesson at this point? No, not at all, but did that keep me from being excited? No. Why? Because these films never disappoint when they grace the screen with these beasts, and the pros start right there. Per usual, the visuals in this movie are just astounding. It is amazing what we are capable of creating for film now in the year 2021. It's awe-inspiring. This is exactly why I chose to pay and go to the movie theater to see this movie, despite the fact I could watch it for free at home with HBO Max, because this movie is so grand, and it does not deserve anything less than watching it on a grand-ass screen. The scale of this film is immense, and the brawls that ensue are seismic. It is insane. All of the films leading up to this one have had a great use of color. I mean, damn, this whole universe just looks really freaking good, but this film just really crushed it. Everything was so vibrant, it truly just popped off the screen, like the brawl that happens in Hong Kong. Whoa! It fills your eyes with wonder as well as your ears, because the sound design in this film was a buffet, just super full. Every punch, every bite, every crush, every building that comes crashing down just blasts your ears. It's awesome. The combination of the visuals and the audio just puts you in the shoes of this world to make you really soak it in as you watch the scale of these massive behemoths just beat the out of each other. It's a sight to behold. However, old issues have come back to haunt this 4th installment, because once again, they cannot figure out how to do anything remotely interesting with the human characters. When the beastly brawls are not happening, this film comes to a screeching halt. Don't get me wrong, I think that it's better. It is an improvement over Godzilla King of Monsters. That movie was definitely over 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken, and the fighting was way down here. They tightened this one up to just under 2 hours. Still pretty long, but it's an improvement, and they added a little bit more Titan time to it, but still just not quite there. A good chunk of this runtime is just filled with human stuff that could have just went. There were entire characters and subplots that just did not need to be there, especially Kyle Chandler. Like, I could have done without 80% of the humans in this movie, but he especially contributed nothing. I get it, yeah, he was in a previous movie. Same with Millie Bobby Brown, also pretty expendable, but that doesn't mean they need to be in every single film moving forward. I mean, just look at the recent Planet of the Apes trilogy that just came out. All of those had human characters, good ones at that, but you never saw them overlap and repeat across the 3 installments. Why? Because this isn't a human story. It's a movie about the apes. It's about Caesar. Same with this one. But this universe just desperately wants you to care about the humans, and it's just not there, and they keep throwing money at these big name actors, and it's just not working. The writing is so whack, the dialogue is so cheesy and so on the nose. The plot is absurd, which is kind of expected in a movie about Godzilla fighting King Kong, but I just never got on board with it any time that our 2 titular characters left the screen. I feel like you easily could have cut a half hour out of this movie and still made us care. Cut out all the fatty human bullshit. Hell, you can even keep your wackadoo plot. I don't care. If you feel the need to have a reason for these 2 to fight, go for it. Just don't linger on it. Just let the 2 do their thing. No one cares what the humans are doing, so just stop. In fact, you could probably add a whole extra fight scene if you weren't throwing so much of your budget at big name actors to play characters that no one cares about. Maybe, just maybe, one of these movies they will learn and just let the monster characters just have center stage alone for once. Speaking of our monster characters, I don't think that they did Godzilla Godzilla's character much justice in this one. He kind of just felt more of like a plot device versus an actual character, like this force of nature that the human characters would occasionally have to deal with, almost an inconvenience to their plot every now and then. I feel like the other two Godzilla films in this universe have handled that a lot better, gave him actual characterization, as much, characterization as you get from this giant dragon monster thing, but, you actually kind of felt for him. But in this film, I really felt nothing toward Godzilla. I felt toward Kong. They did a good job characterizing him, but they kind of did Godzilla dirty. Finally, I did not enjoy the soundtrack of this movie. I mean, I enjoyed it, I guess. Maybe that's not the best word, but I didn't think that it fit. It was way too synthy. It felt like sci-fi, and I don't think that it captured the film's vibe all too accurately. Maybe they went with this just because the movie is so vibrant, is so colorful, like a lot of sci-fi movies are, but I just don't think that it worked here. It's kind of a swing and a miss. I feel like all these factors made the film's tone feel very indecisive. They kind of went a la carte, grabbing a bunch of aspects across different genres and throwing them into a pot because they thought it would be cool. But what they didn't do is really take into account how all these aspects would marry with each other. All in all, honestly, my thoughts about this movie kind of mirrored that of what I thought of Nobody last week. A plot that is not worth a damn, but when the RPMs kick up, it is definitely worth the price of admission. Now, Nobody kind of has a leg up on this one because it's in a nice 90-minute bundle, where this movie really could have benefited from that level of self-awareness, but the visuals and effects of this movie are a spectacle to behold for sure. It kind of overcompensates for the extra half-hour BS you have to endure, and it kind of balances itself out a bit. I'm going to give Godzilla vs. Kong a B-. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with new reviews coming real soon. Stay safe, and thanks for checking in.